Hey guys, so I just want to talk to you guys about a few features I didn't mention in the first video, some stuff that we've added since that first video, and let's just jump right into it. So I got my editor right here. I already have jsrepo installed, so I'm going to go and do jsrepo init, if I can type. And the first thing you'll notice is this new prompt for either a project or a registry. This is really nice for when you need to kind of construct a build command. The registry will do that for you. But for now, let's just go ahead and do project. And we're going to go ahead and put them in blocks. Let's go ahead and add a repo. I'm going to do GitHub idle standard. And I'm going to say no to that. And you'll notice the next new prompt we get is what formatter would you like to use? So, and it's already selected biome for me here because I have this biome JSON file. So basically what we've done is we've made it so that you can either format your code with biome or prettier before adding it to your project. It's really nice where things just drop right into your project. It looks at your config. So let's go ahead and show that off right now. I'm going to go ahead and select biome. Let's go ahead and clear that. And you'll see in here, it added a key for biome as formatter. And let's go ahead and play around with this. So under JavaScript, let me collapse these a little bit. Under JavaScript, we're going to set quote style to double because I know it's single on the other one. And let's go ahead and do jsrepo add. And let's go ahead and just add IP address. I added all those blocks for us. And if I go to the right one, you'll see it's double quotes. If I go back to here and I do single, and let's go, let me clear again so you guys can see jsrepo update. And we'll just select all of them. And you'll see it's changing all of them to double quotes. All right, so I'm going to go accept, or I'm sorry, it's changing all of them to single quotes. I'm going to go accept all of those, and there you go. Now, if you look in here, everything's single quotes. So that was one of my favorite things that we've added so far, is it just makes it so easy to add your stuff right in. It's already formatted for you. It's great. So the next thing I'm going to show you guys is support for private registries. Wasn't a thing before I made that last video, but I got enough feedback that it was clear it was something that we needed to do. So let's go and show that off. So I have this private registry, right? I'm going to go ahead and copy the URL to that. And I'm going to go in right here. And then what we need to do is we need to create a personal access token. So let's go ahead and go to settings. Maybe I can make this a bit bigger for you guys. And then we're going to go to fine grained tokens. And let's go to generate a new token. And I'm going to do jsrepo private demo token. And I'm just going to give it access to jsrepo private demo, which is that repository. And then the permissions you need, it'll tell you right here if you go docs, and then we can go to private repositories under FAQ, and then GitHub, and it says that we need read only for contents right here. So if I go to repository permissions, contents, let's find it, read only. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and generate that token. Copy that. Let's go back over here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run jsrepo auth. And I'm going to go ahead and select GitHub for the provider. We now support multiple providers, by the way. Let's paste that token in there. Very cool. And now if I go jsrepo, if I can type jsrepo add, and it went ahead and got them from private demo, and you can see that utils add, that's in private demo, and I can go ahead and add it from there. And there you go. We're adding blocks from a private registry. It's that easy. All right. Cool. So the next thing I want to show you guys is something that's existed, but people just didn't know about because I didn't show it. and that is branches and tags. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a repository that has tags. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my standard here, and I'm going to use 1.5 as an example. Let's go ahead and copy that link right there. And I can copy this link from here, and it'll just work. So you can say I added 1.5 right there. Let's go ahead and run clear and then jsrepo add. There's all those blocks. I'm going to go ahead and add math. Right, there's math. Now I'm going to change this to a different tag. Clear again. Let's run jsrepo update. Fetched them again. Let's update math. And you see we added this new file in 1.6. So it's all green. So we can go accept changes. It's just changing that. Let's do that, and let's do that, and that. It's adding some exports. Accept that, adding another file. All right, and there you go. So now you have all of those new files from a different tag, right? And then if I wanted to go latest, I can just go back to that, right? So there you go, branches and tags. Now, I guess that's just tags, so we can show you guys a branch. Let's see. Do I have a branch on there that I could show? Let's see. I do. I have this one. I think this one's broken though. Let's see. Let's see if that one works. I'm pretty sure this one's broken. Let's try it anyways. Let's do jsrepo add, or let's go ahead and just delete from here. jsrepo add, and there it is. So it's not broken. So it's working. There you go. So we're adding code from branches, right? The other really cool thing you can do is you can add tests. So for that, I'm going to go back to main, and I'm just going to convert this back to the shorthand because it looks a little bit nicer. And there's two ways you can add tests. So under the registry, I'm going to go back to the registry, and let's go back to main branch. So the way I have it set up is there's a test file next to every one of my blocks, and it'll be automatically included when you do that. Same thing with the directories. Any test files that are in this directory will be added, right? So let's go ahead and show off some stuff in the project, right? So it's already built all those tests. There is this include tests key that you can add either with a flag during config, or you can do it on your own right now. So I'm just going to set that to true so you guys can see what it does. So I'm going to do jsrepo add. And let's go ahead and add math again. And you'll see this time it might take a little bit longer. I'm going to go ahead and skip installing dependencies for now because it's just trying to install vdest for me. And you'll see we added all these test files along with our original files, right? So now I could do pm dlx vtest, and I believe that'll work. And you see 5 passed. But that's not really that exciting to have to include someone else's tests, and then when they get out of date, you also have to worry about that. So what's a little bit nicer is you could do jsrepo add. Let's add again, but let's turn off tests. So let's go ahead and add. And I'm going to go back to math. We added math. You can actually run jsrepo test, and it'll pull down those tests, and it will run them on your computer, right? So you can see I have 11 passed, the same that we had on the last one. So that's pretty cool, right? So let's show something else. Let's do all of them. So let's do jsrepo add. And I'm just going to add every block here. Let's do that. I'll skip math since we already have it. Let's add all those. Give it a second. Cool. Now let's do jsrepo test again. Take a lot longer this time because it's got to fetch all the tests. And there you go. 97 passed, just like that, right? So this is really nice when you want to stay up to date with remote tests. Like say you've changed your local code, but you haven't changed the interface for it, and you want to make sure you're still passing those remote tests. You can absolutely do that. That's one of my favorite things about this is that I have the flexibility to change my code locally and make sure it still passes remote tests. It'll also, if you're pointing to main, be up to date with the latest tests. So if I update the tests here, you'll get those new tests when you run them here. So it's pretty darn cool. So you guys, let me know what else you need to see from JSrepo. I'm really excited about it. I've been using it a lot for my standard and other things, just trying to get rid of the npm packages. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it as well. And later.